Habarigani?
UMOJA.
Habarigani?
UMOJA.
Habarigani?
UMOJA.
UMOJA. What does that mean?
Unity
Coming together as family,
and friends.
community, and friends.
And friends. Habarigani, what does that mean?
What's the good news? How's it going? Good morning.
How about what's happening? What it do? What's really good?
It's happening. What do? It's really good.
Is that UMOJA?
Yes.
Yes.
What if the brother says is what's happening is I say, what's happening, bro? And he says, you know, I'm just out here trying to get this money, man. I'm just out here, you know, flipping these birds, trying to get this money to feed my family. Is that Habarigani?
No.
Is that good news?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not good news.
Because it doesn't uplift the family, doesn't uplift the community. It's actually,
Using unity.
It doesn't what?
Using.
Give me another word. Do you know another word?
it doesn't bring
For
people together
unity.
in a positive way.
What does UMOJA mean?
Unity
Coming together.
as one.
What does unity mean?
Coming together as one. Whole.
Coming together with your family and community.
Coming together, Nasir, is what?
As one. As one whole. Like that.
I'm going to underline that.
Bless you.
Thank you. As one whole. One whole what?
Community.
Community, family.
So unity means to come together as one whole community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a question mark besides
Society.
community.
Society.
As one society. I'm going to put a question mark there. So it means to come together as one whole community, as one whole family, as one whole society. Is that correct?
Yes.
Unity means what? You said to come together. So I heard some other things. What were they?
Togetherness.
So it means, unity means togetherness. Okay.
In harmony, coming
Okay.
together in harmony. And that goes back to the drug thing. That's not in
Okay,
harmony.
give me a second. Said harmony. So, you say unity means to the coming together as one whole community, one whole family, one whole society. It means togetherness and it means harmony. Does anyone know another way to say the word unity? No one? Okay. How about unification?
Unification.
Unification, uniting. You said the word as one whole, right, Nasir?
Yes.
As one whole what?
Group. Family.
One whole unit.
Oh yeah, unity.
What's the dominant word in unity? A unit.
Unit.
A unit means what? One. Coming together as one whole unit. What else did you say, Nasir?
Togetherness.
You said togetherness. You just said something else a second ago. So let's go back now to the piece with the brother who says, what's good? What it do? What's happening? What's cracking? Is that good enough? Is that Habarigani? Is that good news?
Yes.
What he's saying to you, is that good news? Just because he says he greets you that way. We have different forms of greeting in what I like to call black vernacular, just the way that we talk to each other. In 2012, moving into 2013, if we say, like if a brother says, you know, what's good? We say that all the time. What's good? Where are we getting this from? Where do we get these cliches from? Where do they come from in our spirit, embedded in our mind deeply? We're pulling on something. We're drawing on something. That's a language that's still present in our spirit.
Habarigani.
That's where we're pulling it from. So this concept of Habarigani is deep in our spirit. It's in our soul. We don't no longer speak that language, the language of Habarigani, so we use our vernacular to say in the best way that we can what our spirit is saying. Are you listening, Nazla?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to pay attention. I need you to be zoomed in, locked in, and focused. Okay? We no longer do that. So we say stuff like, what's good, bro? if someone says that to you, what do you say?
Nothing. How? What about you?
Write this down.
Good day.
Write this
my
down.
day's good.
If someone asks you, what's good? What's happening? What it do? What's cracking? Habari gani? You say, a good word or words that's directed to the right. I'm going to underline that. I'm going to write underneath it, righteousness. I'm going to put word here. So you say, if I ask you, Nasir, about your day today, and this is the first time I've seen you, and I say, Nasir, what's good? What do you say to me, with this being your clue?
Wait, say say it again.
If I say to you, Nasir, what's good, bruh? With this being your clue, and this being knowledge planted in your head, knowing that when Habari Gani is said to you, you are going to say a word or words that come out your mouth that is not going to be against righteousness. You're going to say something that's good. You're going to say the good things about your day. You're going to say words that's going to bring us together, you and that person who you're talking to. You're going to say something that's focused on togetherness. You're going to say something that brings us closer together. If this person just greeted you in the community and you're walking home from school and you see this brother across the street, they say, oh, Nasir, what's good, bruh? And he yell at you from across the street, what's good, bruh? He's a part of your community. How you respond to him and what you say to that person should never be nothing negative. It should never be, oh, nigga, I'm just headed back to the house. You hear this conversation floating throughout the community. You say something that's going to uplift the community. You say something that's going to repair, build, fix, make the family smile, make your family feel good. You say a word that's directed to the right. So you model righteousness. And by you doing that, your energy draws people in towards
harmony.
To where that person, when they're around you, they feel at
one whole.
That we're not two separate people. It's not no Bloods and Crips against each other. It's not this community or that community against each other. It's not that neighborhood or this neighborhood against each other. It's not the light-skinned sister against the dark-skinned sister. It's not the married sister against the single sister. It's not the kid who don't have Air Jordan tennis shoes against the kid who only got Chuck Taylors. It's not the one who has the nice hairdo, so-called nice hairdo, and the one that has the so-called bad hairdo. Because when we focus on things that is not focused on unity, when we focus on things that's not focused on bringing us together, when we focus on things that's not about making us harmonious with one another, what we are practicing at that moment is...
It's not UMOJA, it's not Habari Gani.
It's not good news.
Yeah, not good news.
And when you hear bad news make you feel bad. And it separates you from that is good. You understand? Now, there is a, and Nasla, you drew this symbol in your notes the other day. There's a symbol, the Dinkra symbol, excuse my drawing, that goes a little something like this. Excuse my drawing. It's called a wisdom knot. What is it called?
A wisdom knot.
It's a wisdom knot. And the wisdom knot is like this. This is us. Here. So I'll say this again for you. Unity means the coming together as one whole, right? Binding ourselves together to create togetherness and harmony as one community, as one family, as one society. A Originally, when we were brought here, look, pay attention. We were whole. We were
Together.
We were just like that, aggressively ripped apart. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But as we begin to regain our consciousness and who we are, we begin to put ourselves back
Together.
by practicing,
UMOJA.
right, with the understanding of
Harmony.
wisdom, the understanding of wisdom, and the symbol becomes a living person. We now do this. Take these two pieces, these two separated people who was in the neighborhood, that every time they saw each other, they greeted each other with respect. They greeted each other with consciousness. They said a word that was directed to the right, all designed to bring them together back as one whole. The way that you greeted each other, the way that you treated each other, the way that you spoke to each other, the way that you shared with one another, the way that you built with one another, brought you guys back together as one
Whole.
One whole what?
Unit.
One whole unit. No longer separated. No longer ripped apart. No longer scared to engage in dialogue and business and communication and knowledge and wisdom and understanding with your brothers and sisters. You guys understand that? It's very important for you to understand. This is the key. We were forcefully ripped apart from our homeland and kidnapped and imprisoned and raped and murdered and hung and thrown over ships. Over 40 million bones in the ocean right now of people who would rather jump off or got thrown off, or who was sick and who died in the passage of laying in beds with feces and rats and bugs and insects, and all them days traveling over the ocean, got sick and died, and some of them fought back and took over ships and rebelled. It was a lot of torture. It's called the Ma'afa, right? The African Holocaust. That we went through, where millions upon millions upon millions of lives were lost for no other reason than trying to be one with your
community, family, society.
With your community, with your family, with your society. Now this is very important. I want to read this to you here. A statement that goes along with the principle of UMOJA says to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. In your spirit, without me reading this to you, you have already given this statement. You didn't write this down on the board because of what was in the book. You wrote it down because it came out of your what? That's right. It came out of your what?
Brain.
That's right. Came out of your what?
Mind.
That's right. Came out of your what?
Soul.
Your heart, your soul. Now when I go to the book is only confirming what already lives inside your
Soul.
inside
Your heart.
your
Mind.
your
Brain.
your spirit, your head, your divine mind. All of this knowledge is already in there. So what we do is we come together to relearn these principles of how to reunify ourselves back with our
Community.
back with our
Family.
back with our
Society.
and every time we see our
Family.
spread throughout our
Community.
and spread throughout our
Society.
every time we see them we say
Habarigani.
Habari Gani in our own special way. And our own special way has to be filled with good words that's directed towards what is right, what is righteous. Not what is wrong, not what is popular. You don't say, "What's up, my nigga?" Is that a word directed to the right? White supremacy created niggas. The creator did not. So each time we greet each other as nigga, my nigga, you are agreeing with the conclusions of white supremacy that you are less than nothing. That you are less than a dog. We don't do that. That's not a word directed to the right. You say, "What's up, my brother? What's up? Peace, my queen. Peace, my sister. My brother." We greet each other with pounds and hugs. We spread love. We share love. We be intimate in a righteous way with one another. We don't try to be clowns and fools and crack mama jokes and play games with one another, because those things do not left out a word, another word here for unity. 5 here, write this down. Unify. Because those words don't unify us as one whole. It separates us as one whole. You guys understand that? So I want to read something else to you here as it relates to UMOJA. It says the third principle, excuse me. When I read something, I like to quote from it because I like to show that things that you may read, if it's produced from the right spirit, your heart and soul will confirm it when you read it because you already feel it. It's already in your spirit. So I read this to you. It says, UMOJA is the essential foundation. What is the foundation?
Like, surrounding.
It's the thing that holds the support, that holds things up, like the foundation for your house.
Right. The first thing you do when you build a home is you level
The foundation.
a foundation. If the foundation was built like this, the house would be
crooked.
If the foundation of the community is
Crooked.
crooked, that's not going to
Unify.
because if the house is crooked, it's going to eventually
Break. Fall.
break,
Collapse.
fall, collapse, crumble, right? It'll be easily destroyed. Is that right? So what we have to make sure that we understand is the
And
first
the society.
correct in the society and your
Family.
so a family cannot stand strong and firm off of crooked
Buildings. Houses.
foundation, crooked principles, crooked values, things that's not on the level, that is a little shaky. Because when the winds and pressures of society start to blowing on that community, start to blowing on that family, start to blowing on that society, like the story, the 3 little pigs, or huff and puff and blow your whole house down, that when someone start calling you names and saying negative things to you, since your foundation is so shaky, they can easily blow your family down. They can easily say things to you that'll make you cheat on your wife. They can mac to you, pimp to you, hustle you. They can easily say things to you that'll convince you that stealing is okay, that lying on your brother is okay. They can separate you to where you no longer see your brothers and your sisters and people in the community and other people in your family and people in society. They'll no longer see you as
one whole.
As one whole. So you will now start doing the work of the system and ripping your own family apart because your foundation is
broken.
So what's the foundation?
The thing that holds the community together.
And that must be what?
In
Level and strong.
Must be level,
Straight.
must be
level.
strong, must be straight. So I continue with this reading. UMOJA is the essential foundation. UMOJA is the first and foundational principle of the Nguzo Saba. Nguzo Saba means the 7 principles. 7 key principles.
So without UMOJA, then all the others
Will just
principles will
crumble. Let me give you an example, a picture example for you to see. Here's the foundation. That's crooked. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
The foundation is crooked. But the second principle, so the UMOJA is already crooked. You're not practicing unity.
Yes.
You're lying and hustling and beating. You're lying, hustling, manipulating, running game on your own family, your own community, your own society. So the second principle is Kujichagulia, which is self-determination. Right? Your foundation is already crooked. So you put up the first wall. Right? Third principle, Ujima. Put up that wall. Right? Fifth principle is Ujama. You put up that wall. Fifth principle